live for Network 11.
Well, many thanks, Karen Jenga, back there in Broadcasting House. And we are in the beautiful county of Nakuru in Nakuru County. And what are we doing here? I mean, we've been tracking water and sanitation project, and we just came back from Nyandarua County, where we just witnessed what's happening down there. And this is a collaboration between government agencies like the Central Rift Valley Water Works Development Agency and the county of Nyandarua, whereby they are constructing sewerage as well as water projects. And now we are here in Nakuru County, and the next 3 or 4 days, I mean, our conversation will center around what the government is doing to enhance water and sanitation services, because when you go through the Kenya National Water Policy, I mean, it talks about achieving a universal coverage of water and sanitation by the year 2030. And the question is, what are the 9 regional water agencies doing to enhance and to ensure that as a country we achieve this? We are joined by 2 gentlemen whose business is to ensure that this aspiration is achieved. I'm talking to Vincent Ingaji. He's the General Manager for Corporate Services here at the Central Rift Valley Waterworks Development Agency. Thank you very much, indeed, Ingaji, for joining us.
Thank you. Good evening, viewers.
Very good indeed. And just on my right, we have Carlos Cheluget. He's the manager for communication services. Thank you very much indeed, Carlos. I just want to hear, first of all, from you, Ingaji. Where is Central Rift Valley Water Works Development Agency in fulfilling the government's agenda or mandate of ensuring there is universal coverage of water and sanitation in the country?
Thank you, Brian. First, I must tell viewers where we are working as a government agency. We cover 5 counties: the county of Nakuru, county of Nyandarua, Laikipia County, Baringo County, and Narok County. And our work is to develop government waterworks on behalf of the national government, and manage the waterworks as a water company if there is before we hand over to the county government for management. We also provide capacity building services to county governments in the management of waterworks development, meaning the management of water services, and also we provide services to the cabinet secretary for delivering his duties within the county, the area of our jurisdiction. Mm-hmm. Where we are, we have made strides, but the gap is huge. So we would talk about around 55% coverage, that including both urban and rural areas. Mm-hmm. Of course, in urban areas it's higher than in the rural areas.
It's about 69%.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yes.
Very well. Carlos, I mean, you're one of the 9 water management agencies in the country.
Yes.
You cover about 5 counties.
Yes.
But I understand your mandate goes beyond the 5 counties. Which other counties are you in, and what are you doing there?
Okay, thank you so much, Brian. As you've heard, we are in 5 counties, but yes, we are beyond the 5 counties. There's a very special program that was funded partly by African Development Bank and governments of Kenya. It is called the Kenya Town Sustainable Water Supply Project or program. This program, it was clustered into 3 main regions, and therefore we were mandated the responsibility of implementing these projects for the other 3 agencies. So we are also in charge of some projects in North Rift Valley Waterworks, Lake Victoria South and Lake Victoria North. So this program actually covers 23 counties. In this cluster, I think in this program we are the biggest cluster. You can look at 23 counties, actually basically half of this country. So in these 23 counties, we have almost 17 water and sanitation programs, but a number of other feasibility studies and development that's going on. So this program so far are so good, we're almost coming to an end. Of course, we had some delay a little bit for other factors that were playing, but so far we are very glad. We're very glad we have managed to finish. Actually, in the whole program for the Kenya Town Sustainable Supply Program, we were the first cluster to commission the first project. Mm-hmm. And that was in June last year when we commissioned the Narok sewerage. a very beautiful project for Narok town to spur growth in that town. We also just commissioned the Olkalau water and sewerage project.
Which we just saw today.
That was in January this year. And then after that, we went to a very nice project in Trans Nzoia County to supply water to the town of Molem and the town of Endebess and other places in Kwanza. And the project is called Kiptogot Kolongolo Water Supply Project. After that, we went to Malaba. Now that is under Lake Victoria North to commission the Malaba Water Supply Project. And of course, last week we were in Nandi Hills to commission the Nandi Hills Water Supply Project. All of this by the President of the Republic of Kenya. And we are very grateful for the support we have continued to receive from the government of Kenya through our Ministry of Water and Sanitation, Irrigation and Sanitation.
Very well.
Yeah.
Vincent, I want to hear from you. Some of your biggest projects are the Itare Dam.
Yes.
As well as Chamusus.
Yes.
Tell us something about Itare Dam. There was a bit of controversy, in the past.
Yeah.
You were telling me that the project is now almost kicking off.
Yes.
Give us an update.
Yes, O'Brien, this project is one of the Vision 2030 flagship projects, and it was in the first medium-term plan. We had started implementing until we had implemented up to 27%, up to last year. That was in 2018 August when it stalled due to some problems that affected the contractor. Since then, the government we have been working together with the other stakeholders within the government to make sure that the project is started once more, so that we can provide the services we want to provide for the people of Nakuru. It's a big project. It has a capacity to provide, to supply 100,000 cubic meters of water to areas along the route, the pipeline route, and in Nakuru County. Out of that, 70,000 cubic meters will come to Nakuru City. The project has several components. It has a dam, which is situated in Mau Forest in Kuresoi South, sub-county of Nakuru. And then it has a pipeline of about 103 kilometers all the way from there to Nakuru town. It has a tunnel for 14.5 kilometers.
This is going to be the longest viaduct
yes,
in the country.
Yes, and the purpose for that is so that we supply water by gravity to reduce the cost of pumping water to Nakuru. And then we have about 5 big tanks, which will have a capacity of over 50,000 cubic meters within the areas around Nakuru City. So we expect after completion, we will serve about 800,000 people.
800,000 people
yes.
will be served by Itare Dam.
Yes.
When do you expect completion to take place?
Okay, after it starts, we expect it to happen in 48 months. That if we...
So those are 4 years.
Yeah, we are... arrangements are at advanced stage, so we hope that before the end of this year, we will see some works moving. And if that happens, then by the year 2029, we should have water.
Dam up and running.
Yes.
Carlos, before we wind up this conversation, I want to hear from you. I mean, in the next 6 years, the Kenya expect to have universal coverage of water and sanitation in the country. How is Central Rift Valley Water Works Development Agency playing, or how is it positioned to help Kenya realize this?
Thank you so much, O'Brien. First of all, let me appreciate the fact that we developed our 2021-2026 strategic plan. In this plan, we have clearly outlined how we need to achieve that target. And of essence is to note that a number of projects are, of course, we are still very low in terms of coverage, and we still wish to mobilize a lot of resources to ensure that we implement some of these projects. And in our strategic plan, we have targeted to mobilize nearly 234 billion shillings for those period of 6 years. Yeah, 234 billion shillings for the period of 6 years. If we manage to get this money from these funds from, of course, our government of Kenya and other partners, we will be implementing a number of projects that overall is to improve coverage from the current percentage we have, both in sewerage and also water. We realize we're actually very low in sewerage. Most of our towns in this region are yet to get a sewer system. We have been receiving and developing these proposals to ensure that we try to cover major areas. But above all, we also have other smaller projects for communities. These are basically what you also saw today in Nyandarua, very viable and very sustainable and impactful community water boreholes projects. These are meant for rural homes, for small communities of around 100 to 200, as you had in Nyandarua, 200 households. The impact is very big. We also appreciate the fact that we are going climate proof in terms of implementing our projects. These are possibly reducing use of hydropower. We also try to use solar. We solarize all our system and also make sure that our sewerage programs are also friendly to our environment.
Yeah. To add on,
in 10 seconds.
Okay. We have other projects like Grandich Dam Phase 2, which we are also implementing. We are planning to do Lake Nakuru Biodiversity, which is a sewerage project with a water component, a water supply component. We have plans to do Pesi Dam also, among others, which we are engaging with the government to mobilize resources.
Very good.
Yeah.
I mean, I know, we are going to be here for a couple of days. Of course, I will be engaging you to know more about what you are doing and what are your aspirations as we move towards ensuring that Kenya becomes, all of us, we know we have clean and piped water, and as well as a proper sanitation. Gentlemen, your time is highly appreciated. We'll keep talking. Karen Jenga, that is the kind of conversation that we're having here. Tomorrow we'll be off to Narok County so that we can also just check out what's happening there in terms of enhancing the coverage of water and sanitation in our counties. O'Brien Kimani is my name. We've been coming to you live from the county of Nakuru. Back to you, Broadcasting House.